Today, my name is Kobus, initials JS, Kruger. I'm a research associate at the Faculty of Theology and Religion, University of Pretoria. It's a privilege to introduce my book published by AOSIS academic publisher, titled Verskyning en verdwyning van 'n verligte mens, 'n Boeddha en Theravāda perspektief, mistiek vertolk. In English, Appearance and Disappearance of an Enlightened Human, a Buddha and Theravāda perspective. The research problem investigated is the interpretation of the birth, enlightenment, and death of Siddhattha Gotama, the Buddha. A premise of departure is the postulate that the Theravāda concepts of non-permanence, non-substance, and conditionalism suggest a meta-theistic, meta-mythological vision relevant to contemporary considerations of religious meaning. As the argument unfolds, this postulate gains in clarity, becoming a central conclusion of the book. The structure and methodology of the book cover the following 7 dimensions. Firstly, a translation of relevant texts from the Pali Sutta Pitaka, doing justice to the donor language, Pali, as well as the receiver language, Afrikaans. Secondly, an adequate explanation of the preceding historical and the surrounding social circumstances, playing a role in determining the content of those Buddhist texts. Thirdly, understanding the subjective conscious intentions of early Theravāda, their problems, challenges, fears, expectations, ideals, as they become evident in the original texts. It becomes evident, as we shall see, in the stories about the birth and youth of a previous Buddha, namely Vipassi. His existential crisis as a young man, his homeless state and breakthrough to enlightenment, and the beginning of his teaching career as a Buddha. Close attention is also paid to the Buddha of the present epoch, Siddhattha Gotama, his enlightenment, his death, his heroic attitude throughout the latter process, his confrontation with evil, his last instruction, last words, and final passing away in a state of calm meditation. Fourth dimension, the interpretation of Theravāda intuitions in the direction of an assumed subconscious drift, a deepest urge, an ultimate yearning in all religions, in the heart of humankind, for an ultimate dimension where no words, only mystical silence is appropriate. 5. A comparison of different religions and intra-religious schools, taking similarities as well as differences seriously. The book promotes a manner of encounter which transcends propagandistic apologetics and polemics, as well as superficial syntheses. Conscious of the dangers of overgeneralizing comparisons of Theravāda with a large number of possible candidates, Christian as well as non-Christian, the focus of this book is essentially an exploration of points of contact, similarities and differences as far as Siddhattha and Jesus, early Theravāda as found in the Pali Suttas, and the early Christian Gospels are concerned. And that occurs particularly in the last chapter. 6. A conciliation, integration en route to an ultimate horizon, the finding of a comprehensive religious peace, a comprehensive theory of religion as a homoversal phenomenon. It postulates an extension of early Buddhism, as well as early Christianity, towards a vision of cosmos as a living, feeling, thinking, being surrounded and permeated by emptiness. A creative cosmos from which sublime religious geniuses, such as the two human beings, Siddhattha and Jesus, emerge and into which they return. Cosmos itself appearing from and disappearing on an uncrossable limit, indeed unreachable by human capacities. In passing, I add, attention is also paid to supporting modern individuals, not necessarily classifiable in institutional religious terms, such as Bruno, Boeddha, Spinoza, and Schelling. The emphasis, however, is on the Buddha and the Christ as comparable figures, taking into account the cultural and religious backgrounds of both, the birth stories, the life callings, the teachings, the deaths, the early emerging traditions and institutions ensuring their enduring influences. And lastly, supporting interdisciplinary academic communication, between religious studies and theology, specifically between Buddhology and New Testament studies, which has in South Africa over decades contributed so much to the quest for the historical Jesus. I thank AOSIS for a splendid publication and you for your kind attention. Thank you.